After all that time, she said no. What's going on, guys? You already know who it is. The Big X himself, Xavier Gonzalez, is in the building. Yes, been a long time, but guys, let's get right into the story that changed my perspective. Now, then I gotta set the atmosphere a little bit for you guys. This was in Puerto Rico. It was a couple years ago. I was like maybe 18 years old. I don't remember how old I was, but it was, let's say, 10 years ago, right? And where I live is it's in Guayama, Puerto Rico. For those out there, what up? But it's a small town in Guayama, and it's called Olimpo. And in that area, everybody kind of knows each other, right? And each other. So at this time, we got invited to two parties. It was like a family type, like a second cousin, third cousin type of like a birthday party. That was Friday night. Then we had like another kind of like a teens night or whatever on Saturday night. So the first night we went, it was me, my brother, a couple of our cousins, my family. We go out there and we see people that I don't know, like family, friends and stuff like that. And everybody's dancing, having a good time. But I noticed this girl from like a distance. I'm like, yo, this girl is fine. Like, I'm telling you, this girl had a crazy body, and she was my age. Because people around me were telling me about her. She was like tan. I remember she caught my attention. I remember that even a club full of people, I was like, who the hell is that? And I remember she was dancing with everybody, yo. She was going crazy, sweating, all that. And I'm like, yo, I gotta dance with her. So fast forward, I didn't talk to her the first night. I didn't talk to her at all. All I know is that we're playing, just looking at each other, like the eye tag. That's kind of what we were doing. Like, she looked at me, smiled. I looked at her, smiling. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do it. Never did. That whole night, I would just look at her from a distance. I was like that dude in the corner, just taking drinks or whatever. And I had, people coming up to me trying to dance. I'm like, nah, I want to dance with her. Whole night, I didn't do anything. The second night, I'm not expecting I'm going to see this girl or anything like that, but I do. I remember what she was wearing. I think she was wearing something like red or something. Because I think she was like the only one wearing red, to be honest, because that's who I was paying attention to. And I was like, nah, tonight's the night. And I remember it because I was like, yo, I told everybody around me, I'm like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be an absolute amazing time, and I'm gonna actually get to know her, and like, whatever, let's see what happens. So, and I remember seeing her across the thing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go up to her and I'm gonna dance with her and all that. Bro, I'm telling you, I had to pick up so much courage. I had to freaking really get myself hyped. And we started around 7, and it was around like 9:30. Everything ends around 12 or so, but I just knew I had to go up to her, right? And it's already been 2 hours. She's been like full of sweat. She's been dancing with everybody, whatever. And then she finally stops. She goes to like the corner to like take a break or whatever. And I'm like, I bet this is my moment. This is what I've been waiting for. Bro, I'm telling you, everything. She was like surrounded by people, surrounded by her friends and stuff like that. And I finally, get the courage. I start walking over there. I'm prepping myself up, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna be dancing to this song. The song that starts playing is a song I know. And I'm like, all right, perfect, this is perfect. Bro, I go up to her and I part the seas, kind of like Moses, right? I just go, boom, I open up the thing and I go up to her. I'm like, hey, wanna dance? She looks at me and she goes, nah, I'm good. That wrecked me. Bro, I remember when I heard those words, I was like, cool. I had to literally build all that courage for me to get a no. And I'm like, all right, I just walked away. And this was in front of everybody, like in front of our whole group. And there's been people that have been trying to, dance with me and all different stuff, but I didn't dance with anybody. I went outside. I was like, damn, I need to take a break. And I need to, take a little second because that hurt, you know what I mean? And then I just kept with it. I remember the whole entire night, I didn't dance with anybody. I didn't do anything that whole entire night because I was just thinking of that rejection. I was thinking of that no. I was like, damn, bro, if she doesn't want to dance with me, who's going to dance with me? And by the way, people around me, like there's other, and I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not saying this for me to, pump up my chest. This was years ago. Nothing happened after anyways, but I remember that the whole summer I kept that on me. I kept that inside, kind of like, damn, like, why she reject me like that? Why did I get a no so boom, you know what I mean? Like, damn, she didn't even think about it. It was just whatever. And I started even looking at myself in the mirror. I was like, damn, is it this? Is it that? I took that rejection like personally. And I didn't enjoy that party. I didn't like the rest of the summer that I was there, and that happened kind of towards like the beginning of the summer. I still did stuff, but I still had that in the back of my mind. I still had that in my head. So it's funny because I was thinking about it this recently. I was thinking about that. I completely forgot about that story. But you know what's crazy is that the worst part wasn't the rejection. The worst part wasn't receiving a no. The worst part wasn't that she didn't even really look at me. The worst part wasn't that it was in front of people. The worst part was that I made that one moment, it kind of defined my whole summer. I made that one moment of a person that I didn't even know, because honestly, I don't even remember her name. I don't remember her real like facial like features. I don't really remember much of her. I just remember seeing her for the first time. And I made that one person's opinion, a stranger's opinion, determine my whole entire summer. And the things that I would even do like now, I'll do anything for me to go back and enjoy that moment. Not because I can dance with her or dance with other people, but for me to go back and enjoy family, enjoy Puerto Rico, enjoy my atmosphere, enjoy my moments, and not have one person's no define who I was, or define any of defectives or any bad things that I had, because that person's no doesn't mean anything. I don't know where she's at now. I don't know anything about what happened. I don't remember or even like what happened to her or anything like that. And I allowed that to ruin the rest. And from you guys, it probably won't be a girl. Maybe it was a job. Maybe it was that car that you really wanted. Maybe it was a family member that said no to you. A family member that didn't accept you. Maybe you're not that group's cup of tea, or you're not that person's flavor. You know what I mean? Maybe you're not attracted to a person, or they're not attracted to you, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're just a square trying to fit into a circle. You're never going to fit in. You're never meant to be in that circle. You're never meant to be with that person. You weren't meant to be cliche. You're meant to be different. You were meant to go somewhere else to receive your yes. Because if we go into scripture, I don't want to preach to y'all, man. You know, if you're not religious, I get it. I'm not trying to preach to you. But, you know, the word says that his promises are yes and amen. So why am I worried on somebody's no? Why am I worried about somebody's cup of tea? I'm somebody's cup of tea. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Somebody's looking at me like, yo, he's attractive, or oh, I want to hang out with him, or whatever. I just haven't found it. And it's funny because after that, no, I didn't pay attention to the other yeses. I didn't pay attention to the other opportunities that I had. I didn't pay attention to anything else that was around me because I was so fixated. I was so focused on the no. I know you guys can relate with that. Because like I said, it might not be a girl. It might not be a guy. It might not be a job. It might be a car. It might have been something that you were just hoping, something that you were dreaming about. But it was a no. There's a yes out there. There's a yes that is looking for you. There's a yes, an opportunity that's just waiting for you. And if you're just focused on that no, you're going to miss that opportunity. You're going to miss that moment. You're going to miss that person, that thing, that whatever that is meant for your future. Because if you're so focused on hurt, or you're so focused on negative, or you're so focused on the things that you don't have, you won't ever focus on the things that you do have. You will never focus on the things that are right in front of you. So that's why I say, and that's why I always will repeat myself and say, rejection can either make you bitter or better. You choose. Be blessed. Be encouraged. As always, you are loved. See you guys next time.